Hi, this is Peggy. Welcome back to my channel from the Pearl Forest. Today this is just a quick little video about one way you can use a digital or scrapbook paper that you might not have a use for at this moment as a whole, but you like it and don't want to waste it. This is actually one of Joey Cardmaker's Nature Notes. I think it's summer, but I'm not positive at the moment. So a lot of interesting things going on. So I decided to put a whole bunch of playing cards. Now this one you can see is not completely on there, but that's okay. We'll fix that up. Sometimes you can get your scissors to kind of follow along the edge. You butt them up next to them, and they kind of just like bumper ball go along here. So we'll just quickly snip these out. Now I don't want to waste this part that isn't used because I might want to put it on another one, especially this one that's only partially covered. Now you can use a different paper or fabric or trim or whatever, but I would like to add some similar paper onto this one. Let's see, we'll just finish cutting it out first. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for joining me at my channel. So we'll cut those in a minute. I'm just gonna trim this flat. So we have these two pieces left, and this one has some things on it. You might want to look to see what is right side up. I think it actually goes this way, but bees crawl around every which way. So now I can put this on like that, or I can leave the color in the middle. I kind of like that for a different effect, and then can add something to it, but it's also nice to, and almost like it fits together like that. Then I'll have this edge over here. It could really go either way, however we would want to do it. Now this one's not wide enough, so can't do that one. I think I'll go ahead and put it over the top of this. So I'm using art glitter glue because it works better on these shiny surfaces like cards. Okay, and we'll line this up in some way on here. Even though it doesn't exactly line up, I kind of think it's nice fit. This blue up here kind of bothers me a little bit, but maybe I'll put something up there. So we'll let this dry here, but I'll just go ahead and trim this piece of paper off. So we'll let that one dry. We still have these scraps that can be used either in collages or on these. So let's see. When I'm all done, I'm gonna take one piece of coffee dyed paper, and like I did here, I'm just gonna line them all up. Now I will be short one, it won't go across all the way again, but I can patch it, piece it together as well. Or I can find another bigger piece to cover the back for a nice journaling spot. Playing cards, I think, are very useful, and especially when you have a poker group that supplies you with a variety. They make artist trading card size little journal cards. I will round these corners afterwards. So let's look at how these look. So here we have some flying insects, a little ladybug and bee, and part of a horse. So maybe we could just add some more insects or flowers or something to that. I do have an insect journal in the future here. Okay, quickly snip these off. Okay, this one has, that's the rest of the horse, but it has some butterflies and some flowers. I knew that the horse and the cow were too big to get them completely in shot, or in view, I guess. Not shot, but you wouldn't be able to see the whole horse or cow, or even a really large portion of them. But I thought it might be interesting anyway. Here's part of the head of the cow, and a lot of these have insects. Oops. But those are fine in general journals. Flowers, nature. A variety of themes can have ones with insects. You can emphasize them or play them down, depending. Here's some more butterflies and ladybugs. I like to leave a little space between things when I'm gluing them down. You might think it wastes a little bit of paper, but the smallest amount means that it's not going to get overlapped. Like, I wouldn't want these two cards or whatever it is I'm using to overlap, because then I can't cut them out good. Now this, what is that? Part of the cow, maybe? Oh, yes, I think it goes, it's the neck of the cow. So it actually goes this way, but we can turn that whatever way we want, because I don't think there's anything on there that is directional. So out of one digital, we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 HEC size journal cards. Here's one with the cow's nose. So this could be nice for a farm one, because you actually can see that it is a cow. But it doesn't have to be in that. I do have some cowboy, western, farm, barn, variety ones coming up. Here's the horse's nose. That would be cute to keep that showing as well. It's good to let these sit for a little bit and dry thoroughly when you've glued them, because if you're cutting something that's still wet, it doesn't work as well. It slides around and stuff. So let's see, what do we have? I do have some insect things. I know I have others too, but I have some little insect stickers. I have these big ones, and they actually have a little hole here that would be really nice for a eyelet, and then they could swing freely. And they actually have a scripture on the back. While you can, you know, put one on something like this, maybe in a corner like that where you have the flowers and stuff, that's cute, and could be like an eyelet. I think these all say the same thing. They were from a Vacation Bible School. Here's a nice butterfly. Kind of looks nice with the brown one. This has little tiny butterflies. We have some grass if we'd like to put some kind of, you know, grass down at the bottom, maybe cover the horse's eye. That might be nice on that one. We have some bumblebee stickers, which, you know, we could add one on there. That might be nice. And then we have all these ones with caterpillars, and I don't know, for some reason him standing up, I think he would look kind of fun on there. I guess we're making a lot of insect ones. I guess these are the same, but we also have a lot of ants. And we have this guy here. I think we'll go with those 3 with the stickers. Oh yeah, I can reach my eyelet thing, so we could do that. We have some stamps. This might be cute on here. I think when you have just like part of a head, it's kind of nice to eliminate the rest of it. Here's a rose one if we wanted to use this, say, in the rose journal. I'm not sure how that one lays there though. So maybe we'll save it. That almost looks like it is a horse. We wouldn't be able to get it completely on, but we could put something on one of these. Maybe we'd like a stamp to go with that one. I think I'd want to trim some of the white off. We're not going to be able to glue all of these right now because there's just too many. This is a punch out of old pictures. And that might be nice on there. I'll just do one. Maybe the butterfly one would be nice too. This kind of picks up the colors from down below. Which is part of a frog. That'd be kind of nice along there. We'll have to cut it, of course. And let's see, what else could we do? Do I have any butterflies that are small enough? It'd be nice to have something right here and maybe something there. I really need to get or make some really small labels. Don't have small ones. These are pretty. This is a scrapbook paper, I believe. This is going to have a bee down there. I think these are all way too big. How about flowers? These might be too big in this container as well. There's a single one. Could just put it even in the corner. I think these are too big also for these size cards. I think they need to be on something bigger, even though you can cut them apart. We do have this one. Actually, that's kind of nice on there. Okay, let's see what we can do with this stuff quickly, just to show some of the decorations. Let me grab my corner rounder, although until we glue the back on, it doesn't make really much sense to corner round that. Okay. These two I'm going to set aside for right now because I think I want like small labels and I don't have those handy. This I'm thinking at the moment of just putting one of these bees on here. And then might also have like a small label or something. Additionally, I kind of want it hanging off the border so that it ties the border in. And this kind of pulls the bee in. I'll just show you on, well, I can't, the bee's too close to the corner. I was going to say I'll show you the corner rounder. I'll do it up on this other side up here. I believe it's the round, let's see, is it the small one? Well, that's where the bee is. Let's try. Yeah, I think the small one is what the cards are generally. Let's see if we can do it where the bee is. So you can go back and round your corners up nicely with a corner rounder, but we are going to glue them onto here so that the backs are covered. Now, an option on the backs, if you don't want to completely cover them, you can cover them. I don't know if I have something small enough. Something smaller would be shorter that, you know, you'd cut off here. So you could put it in here. This would be writable, but you could still see the card part. You could even make it to fit this rectangle here. So it just fits in that edge, and then you would keep the border. So that's an option too, and it actually makes your coffee dyed paper go further. So here's the one where we have two pieces of paper and we've added a bee sticker, but like again, some kind of label or words. This one, I think I need to distress the edge. Sorry, while I reach down here to my other project tote. I'm just going to go ahead and use this, and we can always use this as the glued down side to get the stark whiteness off the edge of this. Or maybe we even want to see this for something. Okay, there we go. So this one we were going to put on here. It's got this horn and part of the head of the cow. And kind of strategically put it on to cover up as much of the cow as possible, but let the pieces go over the edge and then be trimmed off later. So that kind of fills in the design, and that will be nice for an insect one. Okay, this one we were gonna put down in this corner. this postage stamp, and it's a digital, it's not a regular postage stamp. I think it's kind of nice to tuck it in just a little so you can see the edge of the print still. And like I said, these are junk photographs. They weren't good quality from lighting or subject matter or duplicates or whatever. If I find parts of them that I can use, I like to punch them and add them on decoratively. Now I know these are 2 additional flying bugs, but I'm going to go ahead and lose one of them. And I think I'm going to center it because it's not quite long enough. I'm going to let this, I'll go to the edge and then I'll let this touch the stamp some. And we can still see the color of the background shine through. And you definitely want like art glitter glue or something like that to be sturdier. So now we have this one. Did we look at this one? Obviously, rounding corners, can add something still. This one probably won't be finished, and this is quite a bright color, but I think that's okay, and we can add something additional that might be bright if we want to pull it together. I'm going to need to acquire some more colored labels in brighter colors. I just don't like the horse's eye showing when his head isn't all there. So I think this adds a nice base too for the insects flying. Once again, we'll trim this off. So we'll let that dry. So now we have a little bit of grass. We have the butterfly and flowers. We could add this is more of a nice book illustrated design, whereas these are more bright colored I guess kind of a modern sticker design. I don't know. Anyway, I think that the contrast is okay, and we can add a butterfly or something, maybe even one of these that'll subtly be in the background, that'll add a little spark of bright. I think this guy is fun to put on here. It looks like he's just walking in the garden. And these are stickers, but it's good to add some glue for some more permanence. Actually, it kind of looks fun to have him look like he's reaching up here to pick out a little nibble from the sky. So there's that one, and like I said, I would add probably something this way right here. So we have that one. Now this one will, see, this one actually has people's faces and some lawn chairs, but we'll put this in here where you don't have that and see it. Is this still long enough? Yeah. So I'm going to trim that off, and let's see, I'm going to go just a tad beyond, make sure it's long enough. So this is another punch. I get these edge punches from the thrift store. I have 3 of them now, I think. I'd like some more. I keep an eye out for them. They're especially nice to use these old pictures. Okay, so we have a little bit of a frog, some flowers, some bugs, and part of a horse. We're sticking this up on the top edge. It gives it some interesting texture visually and actually touch-wise. Now we're going to cover up with this digital stamp the rest of the horse, or a large portion of it up here. But once again, I'm going to pop it in just a little bit so you can see the edge. Okay, is that right side up? Yes. Some little flowers, and let's trim this fussy cut a little closer. I don't mind if there's a little bit of white, but this is too much. A lot of these stickers have a lot of white. If you're sticking them on a white page, then it works fine. But if you're sticking them on a color page, it just is a little too much white. So we'll cut this butterfly around quickly. Sometimes I don't keep all the antennas or little feet, antennae. But we'll keep this as it is right now, and I'm just gonna try to tone down, distress the edge where the white is. Makes interesting on our coffee dyed paper too. Okay, now this is a sticker, so I'm gonna peel the back. We can get it going. There we go. Put on a little bit of glue. See how it already looks a lot better without all the white. So we have this decorative edge in our stamp. We have the flowers down here. Don't really want to cover up too much of anything. Kind of fill it in this kind of empty spot. Okay, let's see. We have the one with the eyelet still. Put our glue away because we don't need the glue for that. I'm glad I finally got an eyelet setter and learned how to do them. So that's this one. I'm still not wonderful with it, but starting to get the hang of it anyway. So here's the one with the grass cut off, and we'll, like I said, we'll find it some additional things. All right, let's try this one. Okay, so we need our, this is a We Are Memories Keeper eyelet setter. I think it's gonna go black. I wonder how, sort of a brownish shade might be nice because it pulls in the browns. Okay, and does this fit this? I should check that. Yes. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. So we're putting it up here. And I think I'm going to draw a circle to aim for in pencil. So you push this to open it so it'll open. And we have a skinnier piece right here for punching, and then we have a bigger one here. And then these rotate, but I have it set up for the big one. So I kind of look at it myself to see where I'm going to put that. I don't know if I can turn it so you can see. It's hard to see in there. I have to be able to see this to get this in the right hole. Let's see. Wow, I'm gonna have to turn it, I think, this way. This is really hard to see. Okay, I hope that's lined up. How'd I do? Oh, not bad. I'm a little off, but not much. That'll not show in the least when I put this on. Hopefully this will still rotate and slide. that it won't be too tight. Oh, I didn't back this though yet. I think I better quickly back. Well, no, we'll just do the inset one later. That will work out fine. And we have one that we couldn't cover totally anyway, so that will be this one, I guess. So you put it with, try not to throw your eyelet on the floor. You put it with the pretty side up. Then you find the big side here and you put it in there. I had a hard time finding anybody to tell me how to use this, so that's why I'm kind of sharing. So it's in there, and now you just squish it down. It puts it on and closes it in the back here. And so this can now rotate. It's not as movable as you might like, but this will go nicely in a pocket. Should have rounded that corner. Gonna have to do that by hand. There we go. But you can also pull it up like this and you can actually read. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for man. Colossians 3:23. And we'll just put some writing paper on there. And this goes down. You see a little bit of blue. So I think that's a cute one. And we'll go ahead and round these because we're not going to cover paper all the way to the edge. So there's that one. Okay. I'll just give you a quick shot of all the ones that we did and some of the options that might give you some ideas for using one sheet of paper and the different things that you can do to it to make different little cards. And we have this one. So there's some variations. We can add, you know, additional things. Actually, this would be kind of cute with this caterpillar. Sorry, I'm gonna add that. It just makes it very insecty. And you don't often find nice colorful caterpillars. Put him over here. Oh no, I ripped his head off. It stuck to my finger. Sorry, guy. Put some more glue on you. That's the hazards of working with fingers with glue on them. I was just gonna say I was gonna put him over here with his feet on the plant so he could climb up. There. Glued back on. You can't hardly tell that he's had his head ripped off at one time. Okay, so let's look at these real quickly. This one we haven't added anything yet, nor this one. This one we've added this fussy cut flower image and the caterpillar sticker. This one we added scrap photos punched out and a digital stamp. This one is 2 strips of paper from our digital with a bumblebee sticker. This has a, is that a walking stick? Anyway, a sticker, the bug. This one has our decorative punch scrap photos, a digital stamp, and a butterfly sticker, which we cut around the edge so it wasn't quite as much white. And this one so far just has some grass added, but I might add an additional something up there that's brighter colored. And of course this one, which just had part of a cow here, although that might be kind of a fun place to write under there and be hidden. And this has this interactive piece on an eyelet. and you can read what's on the back, and we can put some small rectangle journaling surface on the back. So that's all of them. Thank you for joining me. This is Peggy from the Pearl Forest. Hope you have a fun, creative day full of love. See you next time.